Disclaimer: do not, under any circumstances, harass, contact, or threaten anyone that appears or is mentioned in these videos. They serve for the purpose of archiving only, and I do not condone any of such actions or comments. You have been warned. Never touch the poop.
What I'm doing, I'm going across the street to call the police because I don't think that guy was a social worker, Dad.
I don't think so either. His name is Tim. He knows all about
I know. That's
he knows
he said
you got diapers. How did he even get my number? I
don't know how he got my number either, Dad.
Really?
There was nobody. I was never expecting anyone. It was 10 o'clock at night he called. First of all, I was already questioning Tim from social services at 10 o'clock.
How do we know you were looking for an apartment? And that's what he was calling the
apartment?
An apartment, yeah. Not a group home. Not a group home, an apartment.
I don't know.
I'm a little pissed off now because I really thought you and him called me.
No.
That's the impression I got. And I thought it was a weird number because it wasn't even a 716
and he
number.
Claimed to be and he claimed to be from social services. So Andy asked him if you heard my recording on YouTube. As I putting it on YouTube. I asked him, did APS or anybody have you come talk to me?
Yeah.
And he said, no, why? And he did a courtesy call. And I asked him, well, who do you work for? And you know what he said? I work for in Ontario. Ontario.
Yeah. Well, I have no idea, Andy.
Ontario, Canada?
That's what I asked him. I asked him if
I don't know if an Ontario number is an 8 or 5.
No, that was the Rochester number.
Oh, Rochester.
And then he said at the end, after he said, "Have you ever tried marijuana or CBD?"
I know. I already saw your video.
And have you ever tried frequent masturbation 1 time a day? Does that will cure all my needs? He says.
Yeah.
That's when I said, "You're not a social worker," and he got real defensive at that point. And I asked him, "Who are you? Who you work for?" He said himself at that point.
Yeah.
Right? And I said, yourself. And he said, well, he's a government contractor. That's why he's calling from a Rochester number.
Yeah.
Red flags all over the place on that conversation. And here Andy gave him way too much detailed information.
Yeah, well, you gotta call somebody on that.
And that's why I want your recording, Dad, so I can have it.
Andy, you don't even need my recording. You got enough information to know that something's up. He's got too much information. He's even got my number. I wonder if he's even got Mom's or even someone else's.
But what did he say?
Well, he just was calling about your needs and how to get you out of diapers, and then you would be able to get in a group home and all this stuff. That's right. That's what he said. Yeah. And he was trying to work on it, but unfortunately, my blood mouth got a little too high about where you're located and everything else, and how that place is best, because it sounded like he was trying to get you kicked out of there because you're not looking for proper housing. Niagara County's telling you have to go get an apartment.
I have the recording then.
And you can't have that recording. I don't even know how to do it, so...
Well, will you come get bring my things tomorrow and help me get with,
a few inches so they could get you better housing, because, like I told them, you're good where you're at, because a lot of places would not tolerate your system.
Why would he be calling me at 10 o'clock at night?
He called me at 9:40, so it wasn't at 10 o'clock at night.
Well, he called me at 10.
Oh, what I'm thinking, it's Eddie.
It was not legit.
No, what I'm thinking, it's Eddie.
What's he?
Eddie and Anna.
Well, they
have somebody. It's Rochester again, and there's no can do. And even if it did, he couldn't come over here, even if he wanted to, because it's locked down the borders, you know.
Yeah.
But if it's Eddie playing games for season, I think it's more Eddie though.
I know this might be seasoned, Dad, because I've talked to Aunt Diane on this a little bit.
Okay.
So that
Aunt Mary?
apparently is like 30 years younger than she is.
Oh, I know.
So that person wanted me out of this hotel. And he didn't even know where I was at all, Dad?
No, he didn't want you out of the hotel. He wanted to get you permanent place in an apartment, but you had to find. You can't stay at a motel forever. You know that. So apparently he knew you were in a motel.
But he didn't know what hotel I was
He
at.
must have known, and I guess he tried to give me the impression he was in Niagara County. I don't even know that for sure.
So this guy
You wanted your correct phone number.
He wanted your correct phone number because, like Mom said, he really didn't have your number, I think.
So he didn't have my address or my
Because
phone
you have
number.
him on recording. So I can't understand if you don't have your number, why you want to do that.
But why did he... Okay, Dad.
It's affecting you.
Dad,
Oh. What?
I had someone calling from the police, I think. Hang on.
Hello?
Hi?
Is this Andrew?
Yes?
This is the sheriff's office. You were speaking with me earlier. For officer safety reasons, with everything that's going on, I just have to ask you a couple questions, okay?
Okay.
All right. Do you have any fever or cough symptoms going on right now?
No.
Okay. And you haven't traveled or been in contact with anybody with the virus in the past 2 weeks?
Not that I'm aware of. Been in hospitals, but never had any symptoms yet.
Okay. All right. Like I said, we'll get an officer over shortly, okay? Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
So, you didn't tell this guy anything, did you, Dad, about... You had made a comment to me. Let me refresh it for you, what you had said.
I told him a lot of stuff because he was asking questions. That's what you do when you ask questions and you assume it was legit. Because you give my phone number to a lot of people.
Yeah, well, hang on.
The only thing I didn't think of was this why he's calling so late. But since everything's backed up with social services and all that because of the pandemic, that maybe it was
okay.
legit.
I'm just trying to call the police because I don't think that guy was a social worker, Dad.
I don't think so either. His name is Tim. He knows
Yeah, I know. That's what he said.
You got diapers. How did he even get my number? And how did you know you had diapers?
He got my number. I don't know, Dad. Just listen, please. This is what you had said in his...
Yeah, but who's Tim?
I don't know, Dad. I don't know this person. Please listen to the conversation.
I don't make any sense, Tim.
Either, Dad.
I give up. I'm a little fucking tired. I gotta go to bed.
Nobody. I was never expecting anyone. It was 10 o'clock at night he called. First of all, they're already questioning Tim from social services at 10 o'clock.
How do you know you're looking for an apartment? And that's what he was calling.
And I'm not even looking for an apartment. They're trying to get me a group home, Dad.
Yeah, but at first they told you had to go and look. And you had to
They're
fill the thing out.
not having
And then
Dad.
all I did is I told the guy, I says, look, it wouldn't be a legit reason
Dad,
or a good idea because you would get kicked out.
But Dad,
after
listen
paying
please for a minute.
security deposit.
Just listen so Andy can play this. I
really can't talk very well right now.
Dad,
you know,
just listen to me and then listen to the recording between you and me,
Oh,
me a minute ago. I just want to let you know, they're not even having me look for apartments, Dad. They already told me.
How would I know? You don't tell me that, but I don't take care.
I'm going to be here until they give me a group home, okay? I don't have to do anything other than they're linking me with the group home. Okay, now listen. So if anybody calls, don't... I would just ask... Let me know who's talking to you first.
An apartment, yeah. Not a group home. Not a group home, an apartment.
I don't know.
I'm a little pissed off now because I really thought you had him call me.
No.
That's the impression I got. And I thought it was a weird number because there wasn't even a 716
And he
number.
claimed to be from social services. So Andy asked him if you heard my recording on YouTube.
Now, mind me, OPWDD would have the 585 number, but that was not OPWDD. They would give me that.
I wouldn't even know, Andy. Mom wouldn't know either.
And he said, no. And he did a courtesy call, and I asked him, well, who do you work for? And you know,
We'll turn the food out, so I'm going to hang up
Ontario. Ontario.
Yeah. Well, I have no idea.
Ontario, Canada?
That's what I asked him. I asked him if I don't know. After he said, times a day, is Alex here, Mom?
Oh,
And I asked him, who are you? Who do you work for? That's why you call detailed information. Enough information to know.
Go talk to me.
I thought you could be part of the conversation for what you heard.
How is you got Mom's or even?
Well, the North Tonawanda police are here now.
Go talk to me.
I thought you could be part of the conversation for what you heard.
I'll listen, Andy, but I'm not going to say that much. Other than we already know he's from Rochester. He knows a lot of your information.
Okay.
How did he find out when he's acting like a social service person? I think if you think about it, if he is not a social worker, then he's imitating someone illegal that works for government. I think that's a federal crime, if I'm not mistaken.
Hi.
Are you Andrew?
Yes.
If they can find out who he is.
I have my dad on the phone to help me communicate this.
Okay.
This guy approached my dad asking for my phone number and where my location is. He was acting like he was going to help me apply for an apartment, my dad says. And then he said the only problem is I'm in diapers. They got to try to get me out of diapers. And then he had acted like he all knew all my information and everything, but didn't have my update phone number, which is quite a red flag because everybody who is involved in my care, even ECMC was trying to, who had a meeting earlier today about me with Dr. Cummings and OPWDD to try to get me services for a group home, knows my phone number and the current one I have. And this guy didn't even know anything, did he, Dad, of me at first?
No, but if he's playing a social worker,
And he
like he's trying
claims
to
to
tell
be
me,
from social
that is
services.
illegal.
Yeah.
Because he got personal information out of me of me not realizing that he's probably a fake, considering and he had one earlier by Tim on YouTube, which is almost the same type of conversation he was doing with myself and my wife.
Okay.
I'll play that.
I'm wondering, okay, if he's he said he's from Ontario and he thought it was Canada, and he didn't know that Rochester has a 585 number. That's
I know it was because OPW.
Rochester.
The issue is that the only reason why Andy answered that number, I don't answer numbers I don't know, is because that meeting with OPWDD and ECMC earlier today. And OPWDD happens to have a Rochester office with a 585 area code.
But
That is the only reason why I answered, and he claimed to be a social service worker.
And he's got an awful lot of information about
and just to let you
and I
know,
was wondering how he got my number. I thought Andy gave
yeah, let me finish with what I going
All right,
to thought.
I got to get to bed. I got to go.
Okay, can you give me the recording? Can you give me your recorded phone call between this guy yesterday, so I can have the follow up with the police if they want further information on this phone call?
If you like what you see here, consider becoming a member of the channel, where you'll have access to not only this, but 3 other emotes to make fun of the creature, as well as member-exclusive time lapses on how they were made. Thank you for watching. Remember to like, comment and subscribe to help expose the creature. And remember, Andrew Ditch fakes autism.